Welcome to a place where gentle tales bloom and wisdom is found in the quietest corners of everyday life. In today's story, we follow a kind-hearted farmer who carries two pots along a winding path each morning, one flawless and the other marked by a crack. Through their journey together, you'll discover how imperfections can hold unexpected beauty and purpose. If you enjoy stories that nurture the heart and inspire gentle reflection, remember to like and subscribe to support more peaceful journeys like this one. Now, let us begin as the farmer sets out at dawn, balancing hope and humility with every careful step along the dusty road. In a quiet village, two pots hung from a yoke, carried daily by a kind-hearted water-bearer. One pot was flawless, proud of its perfect shape and ability to deliver every drop. The other pot, though, bore a long crack along its side. Each day as they travelled from the stream to the house, water would seep from the crack, leaving a trail behind. The cracked pot watched the perfect pot with envy and shame, believing its flaw made it less valuable. It wondered why it couldn't be whole, feeling burdened by imperfection and convinced it was a disappointment to the water-bearer who cared for them both. In a quiet village, there stood a row of pots, each shaped by the hands of a skilled potter. Among them was one pot that gleamed brighter than the rest, its surface smooth and unblemished. This perfect pot took great pride in its flawless form, believing it had been crafted for greatness. It would often gaze at its reflection in the morning sun, admiring its own perfection. The other pots, each with their own little cracks and chips, watched in silence as the perfect pot boasted about its beauty. It was convinced that, because of its flawless shape, it fulfilled its purpose without error or fault. Each morning, as the sun gently rose over the quiet fields, the farmer set out along the familiar path that wound its way from his cottage to the distant well. The cracked pot, carried faithfully on the farmer's sturdy shoulder, began to notice something remarkable. All along the side of the path where it hung, delicate blossoms of every colour danced in the morning breeze. Petals of pink, yellow and blue peeked through the green grass, creating a living carpet of beauty. The cracked pot wondered at this sight, feeling a sense of wonder and curiosity blooming within, as if the flowers themselves whispered a gentle secret meant just for it. The farmer knelt beside the cracked pot, his eyes warm and gentle. He spoke softly, explaining that every day, as he carried water from the stream, the cracked pot's flaw allowed droplets to fall along the path. Over time, those drops had nourished a line of wildflowers, painting the dusty road with vibrant colours. The farmer smiled, pointing to the blossoms swaying in the breeze. He told the pot that its imperfection had brought unexpected beauty to the world, creating something wonderful that would not have existed otherwise. The cracked pot listened, feeling a new sense of purpose and pride blossom quietly within its humble heart. As the gentle morning sun filtered through the garden, the cracked pot sat quietly, reflecting on its journey. For so long it had carried a sense of shame, believing its imperfection made it less worthy than the other pots. But today something shifted within. The pot noticed the vibrant trail of flowers blooming along the path it travelled each day, flowers that only grew because of the water that trickled from its crack. A wave of realization washed over the pot. Its flaw was not a burden, but a blessing. With newfound appreciation, the pot embraced its unique purpose, understanding that sometimes our greatest gifts are hidden within our imperfections. The perfect pot, always admired for its flawless surface and unblemished shape, watched quietly as the cracked pot passed by, leaving a trail of vibrant flowers along the path. At first, the perfect pot felt a sense of pride, believing its own perfection was the greatest gift. But as days went by, it noticed the smiles of those who walked the path, pausing to admire the blossoms nurtured by the cracked pot's gentle leaks. A gentle humility began to grow within the perfect pot. It realized that true beauty and joy often come from unexpected places, and that even imperfections can bring happiness and meaning to the world around us. As the sun rose higher and the days gently passed, the two pots began to notice something beautiful. Their differences, once a source of frustration and comparison, now revealed their own unique gifts. The strong pot carried water steadily, ensuring the thirsty plants near the path always received a full drink. The cracked pot, meanwhile, left a trail of droplets, nurturing wildflowers that bloomed in vibrant colours along the way. Together, they realised that both their strengths and weaknesses held value. Each contributed in their own special way, creating a harmony that would not have existed if either had been perfect. In their differences, they found true purpose and peace. In the gentle hush of twilight, our story turns to a lesson that glows softly in the heart, the art of acceptance. Tonight, we wander through a tale that reminds us how every flaw can hold a hidden gift, and how embracing both our strengths and imperfections leads to a deeper sense of peace. As the story unfolds, notice how each character learns to see themselves and others with new eyes, discovering beauty in what once seemed different or strange. Let this gentle journey invite you to reflect on your own unique qualities and to cherish the gifts that come from accepting yourself and those around you. As our story draws to a gentle close, let us pause and reflect on the beauty that imperfection brings into our lives. Sometimes, it is the small cracks, the unexpected turns, and the little flaws that make moments truly memorable and unique. Instead of hiding these imperfections, we can celebrate them, for they are the brushstrokes that paint our most cherished memories. When we embrace what is different or unexpected, we discover gifts we never knew we needed. In the quiet acceptance of imperfection, we find peace, warmth, and a deeper appreciation for the world and for ourselves, just as we are, perfectly imperfect.